Hey all, it's Bill, back with your weekly transit report for April 14th through the 20th. I'm here to unpack the planetary shenanigans with a side of laughs and zero jargon overload. We've got some juicy transits this week. Think celestial soap operas, but with better plot twists. Whether you're a chart reading wizard or just here for the vibes, I've got you covered. So kick back, grab a snack, and let's dive into the cosmos. First up, we've got a cosmic duo that's been hanging out since last week. Venus exalted in Pisces, cozying up to Saturn. As stated, this conjunction has been in orb since last week, and it's building to its exacting moment next week. Oh, and plot twist, Venus just went direct, so she's done with her retrograde nap and ready to strut her stuff. Now, in Hellenistic speak, Venus in Pisces is like a glittery mermaid goddess. Exalted, meaning she is at her sparkliest, dishing out love, creativity, and heart eyes for everyone. She's all, let's write poetry and adopt every stray puppy, which sounds an awful lot like my daughter Hannah. But Saturn's like, hold up, mermaid, let's make a budget and sign a contract first. Saturn is the ultimate reality check, bringing structure to Venus's dreamy vibes. Imagine trying to plan a romantic date while your accountant dad is double checking the bill. That's this transit. So make sure you check your chart for the house that Pisces rules within your birth chart. That's where this combo is stirring the pot. Example, if Pisces is your fifth house of fun and romance, you might be dreaming of a fairy tale love story. But Saturn's whispering, maybe you should check their credit score first. This is a great time to get real about what you value, relationships, art projects, even your wallet. Since Venus is direct now, the stuff you've been mulling over, like asking someone out or splurging on an easel, things might be feeling clearer now. Just don't go full Pisces and think you can live on love and glitter. Additionally, if you're tempted to blow your savings on a ukulele because it feels right, just know that Saturn is giving you a lot of side-eye. Let's try to curb those impulses by journaling your feelings instead. It's free. Beginner tip, your Pisces house is where you're balancing dreams with discipline. Advanced folks, look at that natal Venus and Saturn for extra layers. Any aspects to this transit could amplify the stakes. Also know that this transit is a slow burn, so take your time. Maybe light a candle for focus. Just don't burn the house down, because Mars is about to get moody. Our next transit is another carryover from last week. Mars in Cancer, in its fall, trining Saturn in Pisces. This water trine has been with us for a bit, but it's skipping town on April 16th. So let's give it a fond farewell. Mars in Cancer is, well, not his happiest. He's like a warrior who forgot his sword and brought a spatula instead. In fall, Mars gets emotional and indirect, maybe sulking instead of charging. But Saturn's his cosmic life coach, forming a trine, which is a supportive angle, like a fist bump between planets, helping Mars get stuff done. Take a look at your Cancer and Pisces houses. That's where you've been grinding with heart. For example, if Cancer is in your second house of money and Pisces is in your eighth house of shared stuff, maybe you've been hustling to pay off a loan or sorting family finances with surprising calm. This trine is like, you got this, but don't cry in the group chat about it. As it wrap up your projects too. After April 16th, Mars is flying solo, and he might get crankier without Saturn's chill. If you've been stress cleaning your fridge at 2 a.m., that's Mars in Cancer. Channel it into something Saturn approves, like organizing your spice rack alphabetically. For newbies, a trine means flow. Use it to finish emotional tasks. For pros, check if Mars aspects your natal angles. This could be a big push for your chart's goals. Now let's talk about a transit that's basically a one-day party with a side of chaos. On April 17th, we've got a new transit that's short but sassy. The moon in Sagittarius opposing Jupiter in Gemini in detriment. This happens all in one day, entering, exacting, and leaving on Thursday. Blink and you'll miss it. I added it in here because it's got some kick to it. The moon in Sagittarius is like a cosmic adventurer, ready to book a one-way ticket to Narnia, or at least binge watch a travel vlog. She's optimistic, fiery, and wants to live her truth. But Jupiter, her boss, aka the ruler of Sagittarius, is in Gemini, where he's a tad bit, shall we say, scattered. Picture Jupiter juggling 17 browser tabs and a podcast, muttering, I'll get to that wisdom thing later. Now, an opposition is like a tug of war. So, say your Sag house wants to go big. And let's say your Sag is in your third house of communication. And you're dying to start a blog. But your Gemini house is the ninth house of beliefs. And it's like, wait, have you fact-checked your manifesto yet? This could feel like your heart and head are bickering. You might overshare on social media or sign up for a course you don't have time for, thanks to Jupiter's overzealous vibes in detriment. If you're impulse buying a philosophy textbook on April 17th, blame this transit and return it by Friday. Beginner's note, oppositions highlight a tug-of-war balance. Don't let one house win over the other. Advanced tip, look at your natal moon and Jupiter. Their conditions could make this a loud or quiet moment. To play it safe, use Thursday for big talks or creative bursts, but read the fine print before you commit to anything wild, like, say, buying a llama farm or an owl sanctuary. Whew! That's enough chaos for one day, but don't relax just yet. The week's saving its spiciest transit for last. And now finally we have got the transit that's turning up the heat. The sun exalted in Aries, squaring Mars in Cancer in its fall. This kicks off April 15th and hits its peak on April 20th. So it's like a slow-cooked chili getting spicier all week. The sun in Aries is basically a superhero, exalted, full of swagger, ready to conquer anything. He's like, I'm the main character, deal with it. But Mars in Cancer, still in fall, is more like, I'll fight you, but first let me vent on social media. A square is a cosmic arm wrestle, creating tension between your Aries and Cancer houses. Example, if Aries is in your first house of self and Cancer is in your fourth house of home, you might feel torn between chasing personal goals and dealing with family drama. The sun is pushing you to shine, but Mars is tugging you towards emotional safety. This could show up as impatience, like snapping at someone because your coffee order's wrong, or a burst of courage to tackle something tough, like moving or setting boundaries. So, if you're rage vacuuming under the furniture by Sunday, that's this square. Try yoga instead. Less dust, same release. Newbie hint, squares spark action, but plan your moves. Pro nudge, check your natal Mars and Sun aspects. This transit might echo their dynamics. To ride this wave, focus your energy. Maybe start a project or have a tough talk, but don't let Mars' moodiness derail you. A walk or a good playlist can keep you grounded. Whew, what a week. Let's wrap this up before I need a nap. All right, everyone, let's recap. Venus and Saturn are slow dancing in Pisces. So mix your dreams with a dose of reality. Think vision boards, not Vegas weddings. Mars and Saturn's trine exits on April 16th, so finish your emotional to-do list, like apologizing to your houseplants for forgetting to water them. The Moon and Jupiter face off on April 17th, which is a one-way hype fest. Chase inspiration, but don't buy a yacht. And Sun-Mars squares builds to April 20th, pushing you to be bold, but not like quit my job and become an internet astrologer bold. Well, okay, maybe that's just me. Hellenistic astrology is all about working with the planets, not freaking out. If you're new, start with your ascendant sign. It's like the front door to your chart. If you're a pro, dig into those house rulers for the full tea. And thank you for joining me for this week's transit report. Want more? Drop a comment, slide into my DMs, but do it gently. My wife is a double Sag. Hit the like button, subscribe, and share this with your friends, especially the one who blames Mercury for their Wi-Fi issues. Also, Tracy and I have untethered ourselves from our storefront and are unbound. We are doing phone consultations and are considering being mobile as well, i.e. we come to you, once we work out the bugs. Check out our website for details at zenlamabeans.com. That's ZenLamabeans.com. Or give us a call or text at 479-222-1782. And always remember, in a world gone mad, use the light of the stars to guide your path. Lama your Zen.